Welcome to the 5-Point Streetscape and Safety Study, May 2023, Touchpoint. The purpose of this study is to advance safety and streetscape improvements for 5 points. At this second Touchpoint, the project team will provide a recap of progress and public feedback, an overview of how the concepts were screened, an opportunity to review refined drawings for the remaining concepts, an opportunity to provide input on connectivity to the greenway system, and an invitation to weigh trade-offs and provide feedback. The City of Raleigh initiated the 5-Point Streetscape and Safety Study in April 2022 to address 3 specific concerns at the intersection of Glenwood Avenue, Whitaker Mill Road, and Fairview Road. Safety of the 5 Points intersection, improved streetscape in the 5 Points core, and connectivity to the Crabtree Creek Greenway Trail. Last fall, the project team presented 9 potential concepts for addressing safety at the intersection. The focus of today's Touchpoint will be to provide an update on which of those concepts will move forward, as well as more detail on the potential benefits and trade-offs of the remaining concepts. Over 300 individuals engaged in person on the 5-Point study last fall, including small group meetings, a public open house, and a pop-up event at the Fall for 5 Points Festival. We also received over 700 responses to an online survey. Respondents were asked to comment on each of the 9 initial concepts. 6 of the 9 initial concepts were eliminated due to negative public response. Most of the concerns were about restricting or diverting traffic movements or reduced access to schools and businesses. Some concepts were also eliminated because they do not address speeding on Glenwood Avenue or that they had the potential to divert traffic onto neighborhood streets. Survey respondents reiterated the need to coordinate with area schools regarding student pickup and drop-off, as well as businesses regarding parking and access. After the October Touchpoint, the project team held follow-up conversations with these key stakeholders to understand their specific needs and brainstorm solutions. Feedback also reiterated a desire to provide safety and comfort for bicycling and walking. This will continue to be the point of emphasis for this study. 3 of the concepts received generally positive feedback and are being advanced for more detailed analysis. These concepts are Concept A, which includes curb extensions and left turn signal timing improvements, Concept G, the single line roundabout, and Concept I, the multi-lane roundabout. There was also strong public support for closing or modifying Glen Avenue to help simplify the 5 Points intersection. The project team has explored keeping the street open for two-way traffic, but restricting eastbound access to the 5 Points intersection for safety. As part of the evaluation process, the project team completed a detailed traffic analysis that incorporates potential change in traffic volumes in and around 5 Points. A safety assessment of each concept was also performed to help understand how each concept might reduce the number or severity of crashes. The project team has developed a more refined drawing for each of the remaining concepts. Design details such as property and driveway impacts or precise dimensions will not be determined through this study. Concept A includes traffic signal timing and minor geometric adjustments to the intersection. This concept would shorten pedestrian crossings of the intersection through curb extensions, and it will remove the northbound right turn lane from Glenwood. This will make the pedestrian crossing easier and will moderately reduce speeds through the intersection. Concept A also separates traffic movements and reduces driver confusion through 2 primary changes. Traffic signals will be modified so that traffic on Whitaker Mill Road and Fairview Road will no longer have a green light at the same time. On Glenwood, a protected left turn arrow will be provided in both directions so that oncoming traffic is stopped when left turns occur. This change is expected to reduce the possibility of crashes by reducing the number of vehicle conflicts. It will also provide a more comfortable walking environment because left turns will not conflict with the walk signal. Concept A is expected to be the least costly of the 3 and could be partially implemented as an interim improvement before funding becomes available for other concepts. One trade-off for this concept is slight peak hour traffic delay due to the signal timing modifications and the right turn lane removal. However, the intersection is still expected to always operate within capacity. 2 roundabout concepts were also advanced, a single lane roundabout and a multi-lane roundabout. Both concepts would slow down entering vehicles to 25 miles per hour or less on single lane approaches, or to 30 miles per hour or less on multi-lane approaches. This is expected to substantially decrease severe crashes as well as address extreme speeding. Crosswalks will be shortened and users would only cross one direction of traffic at a time. Additionally, the central island of the roundabout provides an opportunity for additional open space and streetscaping. Concept G would reduce Glenwood Avenue to one lane in each direction north and south of the intersection. While some parking and business driveways may be modified, the reduced footprint of Glenwood Avenue and the 5 Points intersection will provide the opportunity to repurpose street space for additional parking or open space. The biggest trade-off for the single-lane roundabout is the impact to delay and backups caused by the lane reduction on Glenwood Avenue. During the heaviest travel times, traffic may divert to parallel routes such as Oberlin Road, Capitol Boulevard, and Wade Avenue to avoid 5 Points. While we cannot know exactly how driver behavior will change, nor can the exact amount of traffic diversion be known, it is estimated that 20 to 30% of through traffic will change behavior and either take another route, shift their travel time to an off-peak period, or use another mode of transportation. The improvements in Concept G are estimated to cost between $5 and $10 million, which is much greater than Concept A, but less than Concept I. The roundabout in Concept I maintains 4 lanes of traffic on Glenwood, including 2 entering and exiting lanes at the roundabout, but with single-lane entries and exits on the side streets. This is expected to process traffic flow at about the same rate as the exiting intersection, but with much slower average speeds. This is expected to process traffic flow at about the same rate as the existing intersection, but with much slower average speeds. Though this concept doesn't directly change parking near the intersection, some parking in driveways may be reconfigured to facilitate the roundabout. Traffic signals will be installed at the 2-lane crosswalks to help pedestrians safely cross multiple lanes of Glenwood Avenue. Concept I is expected to be the costliest and most impactful of the 3 concepts, with costs exceeding $10 million. One of the goals of the 5-Point Streetscape and Safety Study is to identify improvements that support connectivity between the 5 Points intersection and the Crabtree Creek Greenway Trail. Several alternative routes for bicyclists and pedestrians have been identified that will connect the trail and other activity centers in the neighborhood. We request you review these wayfinding and connectivity recommendations on the project website and provide your comments via the online survey. The project team has prepared a concept comparison fact sheet. You are invited to view the fact sheet and the refined concept drawings, which are posted on the project website. After you review these materials, please take the survey to provide your comments. The survey can be accessed on the project website through June 9th. After this touchpoint, we will use your feedback to further refine the concepts and evaluate potential adjustments. The project team will then work with NCDOT to identify a recommended set of improvements for 5 Points, which can incorporate treatments from one or more concepts. We will also perform a detailed assessment of costs, impacts, and feasibility for the project recommendation. Later this year, we will have a final public touchpoint to review and comment on the study recommendations.